4-year varsity basketball player and 2-year captain. Samantha is involved in the National Honor Society, is a student representative on the Otsego Athletic Boosters Board, and is a member of 9th Back, Otsego Volleyball, and Otsego Track and Field. Samantha was accepted in both the University of Michigan School of Kinesiology and the Ohio State University, and decided between those two fine schools. After graduation, she will be studying exercise science. Samantha wants to thank her parents for being a source of support throughout everything, as well as her teammates for being the best ones she could ever ask for. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Lair. Our second and final senior night is Savannah Villario. Savannah is the daughter of Amy Weaver and Ernie Villario. She's a 2-year varsity basketball player and is also a 4-year varsity cross-country runner. After graduation, Savannah plans to attend either BGSU or Kent State to major in criminal justice, forensic investigation specialization with a minor in psychology or sociology. Savannah wants to thank her mom and dad for always pushing her to be the best she could be in both school and athletics. Also, she wants to thank her grandparents and friends for always showing up to support her through everything, as well as all her coaches who have helped her along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Savannah Villario. Savannah and Samantha, as well as the Otsego basketball team, would also like to recognize their Fostoria senior counterparts. The Lady Red seniors include the following, and ladies, please stand when your name is introduced. Brooklyn Holman, Travis Tyler, Cameron Cookshaw, Alayda Williams, Elijah Jones, Lyric Johnson, Elijah Poole, and Alicia Melba. Best wishes for the Lady Red. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We have one final round of applause for all the seniors this evening. One final round of applause for all the seniors this evening. Well, it's just amazing. Tonight's game, featuring our captain from Fostoria, and your Otsego Varsity. Thank you for your support of the student athletes, the coaches, and administrators for putting this effort into preparing for this game. In order to make tonight's contest easier for everyone in Otsego, please represent your school with dignity and confidence and respectful manner. Please show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans. If this is supposed to be the voice of teach and opponent. Tonight's officials include Mr. Michael McGurk, Mr. Tim Alabaster, and Mr. Greg Arnett. We thank them in advance for their support of youth athletics. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, and to show respect for all who have served, are serving or will serve in this country of freedom. Your vitamins and tonics, please stand. And gentlemen, kindly remove your hats. For the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Otsego Chorale under the direction of Olivia Schaefer.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Otsego TV for the final Otsego girls basketball home game of the 2024-2025 season. It's senior night. Hello, sports fans. Kaden Knapp, along with none other than Scott Burnthistle, and first time you get to join me here on air, and this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited. We finally got a date that worked out, and it should be a good game tonight. Fostoria brings an experienced team with a lot of seniors, so I'm looking forward to working with Kate tonight.
Yes, I'm looking forward to working with you as well. As you mentioned it right before the national anthem started, we have two seniors on the team for the Otsego Knights in Savannah Villarreal and Sam Lair, both of which are now in the starting five, as we have Lauren Mueller, Villarreal, Cornell, Lair, and then Lampy in the Knights starting five. So good to see Villarreal be in the starting five as a senior. And you have the Knights, they have a record of 4-17 right now, 0-13 in the Northern Buckeye Conference, looking to get that one last win on senior night as they're matching up against a Redmond team that's 10-10, 6-7 in the NBC, which is good for fourth place, as our PA announcers is introducing the Knights starting five. But it's an interesting night, though, I would say, having one game rather than the two or three that we're accustomed to. As we'll get this thing underway very shortly.
Yep, should be an interesting matchup. I haven't seen our girls play. I see them in practice quite a bit, but I haven't seen them play since early in the year, so it'll be interesting to see the improvements they've made throughout the year. And I know it seems like when the little bit I get to see them in practice, they're focused, they're doing the right thing, so hopefully, if not yet tonight, hopefully soon in the very near future things pay off and they start getting some wins in the win column.
Year number one of the Coach Andy Stickle era. Lair is in the middle for the orange, black, and white. We'll get this thing underway. She's across Alicia Middlebrooks, and we're underway with the Redmen possessing the tip. These two teams met on December the 17th at Fostoria. The Redmen got the 21-point victory there. As there's a shot that's up and no good right off the bat, but an offensive rebound is made. And then a whistle and a foul count the basket, so good start for the Redmen.
Yep, that's important. Boxing out and getting boards, because right now Fostoria got 2 chances, and those offensive putbacks are killers. So hopefully they can get that adjusted, get some bodies on some people, get some defensive rebounds, and go the other way.
The free throw is no good.
There's another offensive rebound. Darn.
And then out of bounds. They charged that foul to Lauren Euler, her first personal, the team's first as well. 7:39, first quarter of play. 2-0 Fostoria. Inbound goes to the corner.
Otsego's moving well in their 2-3 zone.
Shot up, and that's going to fall. Held her breath for that one. That was Middlebrooks into the scoring column. Knights' first offensive possession of the evening.
Looks like Fostoria's going to do a little full court man.
They'll move it out to Cornell. Cornell. Now to Lampy. Villarreal making the moves around. And now back out. Teams see most success against the Knights when they are pressuring them and not giving them any room on the offensive end. Long offensive possession. Lampy drives for the NBC logo. No good on her shot, but she does get her own rebound. And reset the offense. Take a 3-ball. No good off the back iron. That one goes, but another offensive rebound.
Good to see us getting some offensive boards here. Let's get one put in here, girls.
It's Cornell handing it back. Moves at the NBC logo, and then a whistle and a traveling violation. So it goes down as a turnover. But a long possession for the Knights. Poole will take the ball up the floor for the Redmen. Pass inside to Johnson. Moves it back out. Approaching 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. There's a shot up in that short and no good. I think a Knight got a hand on that one to take it the other way. Still 4-0. Cornell up with it. Good. Nice shot by her.
Yep, great penetration. Break the defense down, get in the paint, get a shot up.
It cuts the deficit in half as Cornell commits a foul there. A little too physical on Poole. So 2 fouls committed by the Knights. So the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Looks like Otsego's extending their defense up the floor.
Move it around inside. That one goes. Double team. Knights putting a lot of pressure in on the defensive end, and they get a takeaway.
Yep.
It was Villarreal who ended up with it. Cornell now driving out to Euler. Now Villarreal. The Knights have scored a total of 686 points this year. The Fostoria's 950. Underneath, double team and a whistle and a jump ball there. Johnson and Lair were tangled up in that one.
Yep, it looks like Otsego's running a little dribble drive action on offense, which the basis there is try to get the ball into the paint and then either get a shot up or kick it out to a shooter.
Euler gets that one just before it crosses the midcourt barrier. .440 to go in the first. Cornell thought about taking a 3. Instead, she's going to pass it over to Euler. Now drive the baseline. Had that blocked away from behind by Middlebrooks, and then she stepped out of bounds. unfortunate break there for the Knights. Bueller backing away.
Yep, looks like Fostoria settled into a 2-3 zone here.
Moving it over back to Cornell. And Villarreal lost it. Now a scramble for it. And we're going to have our second jump ball of the evening. This time it goes over to the Redmen. And right now, Fostoria is holding their ground. We're at the midway part of the first, excuse me. I was reading the four. As there's a whistle and now a foul. Second foul of the game that's going to result in free throws for the Redmen. That's also Cornell's second personal foul. Jones at the line.
I think defensively we're letting them penetrate a little too deep for us. I think we need to contain a little bit better and make them shoot it from the outside and then hit the defensive boards.
Liv Williams in the game for Jocelyn Cornell. Shot two is also no good. An offensive rebound's made. Reset the offense. Middlebrooks driving around, takes the mid-range shot that's no good. It looked like it went off the side of the backboard. Back the other way. Up with it, no good. The offensive rebounds. Lair now short on that shot. Stays 4-2. To the hoop and another foul. Fostoria is 0 for 3 thus far from the charity stripe as Ella Hartman's about to check into the game. Charge that foul to Villarreal. Middlebrooks, Alicia, the senior, makes her first free throw. You know, after those two quick buckets for the Redmen, the Knights have done a good job at shutting them down.
Yep, they're holding their own, and again, it comes down to just being fundamentally sound defensively, getting those defensive boards, and being patient on offense. I don't think we want to get in an up and down game with this group. And they got to handle a little pressure here.
Euler moving it over. There's Lampy inside pass cut off and taken away. Other side of the floor. That was Johnson who got a hand on it. The tip drill, and that's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by a player in black. I think they said McCrae Johnson was the last to touch it.
Otsego's going to clear, just a little full court man-to-man. That's where we got to clear and be able to handle it up the floor.
They take it away. To the hoop, Johnson, good. 4 points for her. She's a senior, and it's 8-2 now. As the inbound goes to Hartman. Williams. Nice move, now go to the hoop, up, whistle, and a foul, 2 shots.
Great penetration by Liv Williams there.
Yeah, she just went right at the hoop and it wound up drawing the foul. They charge it to Cameron Coopshaw, the senior. Fostoria's first foul. Shot one, no good. Williams, a player that predominantly plays in the junior varsity team, makes her second free throw. But she does get varsity minutes. Made it 8-3. Already seeing an increased role this game. This wide open shot underneath is going to fall for Coopshaw. 7-point differential. Williams. Now to Hartman at the elbow. And that's just going to be poked away and taken away. Other side of the floor. Here go the Redmen rushing. There's Holman. Moving it back. There's a wide open three from the far wing. Splash, splash. That was Johnson. She's now up to 7 points. And with 1 minute and 58 seconds to go in the first quarter, Coach Sickle is going to use his first timeout with a 10-point differential on the scoreboard. Caden Knapp, Scott Byrne-Thistle will be right back in about 60 seconds. Out of the timeout, it is 13-3. Fostoria in the lead. Caden Knapp, Scott Byrne-Thistle, and Coach Byrne-Thistle, you are a freshman team head coach here. You used to coach the girls varsity team. What was your message, or what would have been your message if you were the coach here during that 60-second break?
That get back to our game plan. I'm sure their game plan is handle their pressure, not getting up and down game, and then execute offensively, being patient, execute offensively, and I think we really started out doing that, and then we let a girl get open underneath the basket without communicating defensively, and we just got away from our game plan a little bit. So let's get back to our game plan and see what happens.
Kaylin Lorenz into the game for the Knights. The Knights have a full bench over there. Lair possesses the basketball. Lampy, no good on that one. And back the other way. Dribble round. Underneath pass, and then loose, and the Knights get the takeaway. Lampy and others were involved on that one. Approaching a minute to go in the first quarter. Williams out to Lair. Lair now driving to the hoop. She goes. No good. Too much power under her shot. A lot of contact. And then a loose ball and a whistle and a jump ball to Otsego it goes.
Another good offensive series where we got into the paint. Now we just got to convert when we get a shot within 10 feet.
60 seconds exactly on the first quarter clock. Inbound goes to Williams. Now Lair move it up top to Lorenz, and now a whistle on the three, and the key is going to be called. It's another turnover. .7 seconds first quarter. And that's going to be cut off and taken away by Euler, and then a whistle, and a foul is going to be called. They're going to get Poole with her first personal foul, the team's third.
Yep, looks like Otsego put a little 2-2-1 press on them there, and it worked. Now they got the ball. Now it's time to convert out the offensive end.
Lampy to inbound it. So get it in. No one touched it. Now it's going to be grabbed by Williams. The reason I said no one touched it because it would have been a backcourt violation had Euler touched it. Now Lair, shot up and no good off the back iron. That one goes and then out of bounds.
Real good hustle by Otsego there. Good to see him diving on the floor for those loose balls.
There's been numerous times tonight they've already wound up on the floor. Diving for basketballs.
Back to a little 2-2-1 press here. Make Fostoria do something a little bit different here.
Down the floor. Nice pass, but the Knights got back there, and we're going to get a foul. Elijah Williams, the senior, is going to go to the line to shoot for two. as Claire Lampy committed her first personal foul. More times than not, when there's any contact from the back, you're going to get a foul called. Waiting shot number 2 for Elijah Williams. Up and no good. But an offensive rebound made again. That's the third time they've rebounded after a missed free throw, and then nice job by the Knights to block it away. And they'll get it back with 9.5, big play. Kamari Johnson was the guilty party of the foul. Lorenz dribbling around. 5 seconds on the game clock. Now at 2. Driving up, and they're not going to get a shot off before the expiration of the first quarter clock. So it's 13-3 after the first 8 minutes of gameplay here in the Castle. Kaden Knapp, Scott Bernthis. We'll be right back after this quick break. This is Otsego TV. Welcome back to Otsego TV and the start of quarter number 2 of this one between Otsego and Fostoria on senior night. And what'd you make of that first quarter?
Well, Otsego got away from their game plan a little bit, but now they're settling back in. Fortunately, the fouls, I don't think we're in foul trouble yet, but fortunately, Fostoria hasn't been hitting from the line. But now they're getting to their strength. The Middlebrooks girl's pretty solid, getting the ball to her, and 2 points for her right there.
Here go the Knights, now down by 12 points. 30 seconds into the second. Now, you did mention how Fostoria struggled at the line. They're 2 of 7.
Wow. Maybe that could be our strategy.
Yeah.
Send them to the line, but if we send them to the line, we got to get that offense or that defensive rebound.
Loose ball there, grabbed by Williams. Williams now dribbling around with the basketball, makes a 2-step move, and get it to fall. She has 3 of the 5 Knight points. Cornell has the other 2. Up floor, take the mid-range jumper. That's no good off the back iron. The offensive rebound may go back up with it. No good there. And then the Knights wind up with it. Kamari Johnson missed the second shot. Other side of the floor, layer, good.
Olivia Williams is playing really well as, I believe, just a freshman, right, Kate?
Yes.
Yep.
Open up new things for the Knights as they've scored 4 unanswered.
Yep, Olivia Williams kind of took over there. She took it all the way to the basket and got a rebound, threw it up court for an assist for 2 points.
And then out of bounds.
Little spark the Knights need here.
Yes. Waiting the inbound. It'll go to Cornell. She's the only player with more than 1 foul. She has 2 thus far. Ooh, nice backdoor pass in the hoop. No good. And then a whistle, a foul on Williams. She had the look there, couldn't finish.
Yep, little frustration foul after she missed the layup. I think she thinks she got fouled, and then a little frustration foul trying to get the ball back.
Waiting the inbound. Across the midcourt stripe. Move it over. There's a three from the far wing. That's no good. Rebound made in the offensive end by Kupcha. It's almost like a pass is underneath. That's no good. And then out of bounds it goes. The Redmen will keep it. .5:59 to go in the half. 8-point differential on the scoreboard. Inbound underneath. Go up with it and get it to fall again. Johnson now has 9 points. Back to a 10-point game. Lampy possessing the basketball. Cornell driving to the hoop. She goes and has that blocked away out of bounds.
Yep.
Cameron Kupcha just got a hand on it.
Otsego's doing a good job penetrating the gaps and getting to the basket. Fostoria doesn't seem to want to help off the shooters, and they're content to let us get to the basket. Now we need to convert.
Rylan Brokamp entered the game, and then the Knights used a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it right here. 5:22 to go in the half, 17-7. Now, my question to you is the preparation any different when you have one game in that day versus 2 or 3?
Like 2 or 3 in a week. Oh, for just no JV game?
Yes, no JV, as a coach specifically.
No, not really. Just you always want your players mentally prepared, but you're going to have some players that probably are fresher because they didn't play JV when you got the kids playing JV then varsity basketball. But no, just main thing is get them show up ready. And a lot of times senior night, that's another distraction that you try to get them past that senior night, the emotions that go along with senior night for the seniors especially, and just try to get them to focus on the basketball game at hand then.
We have back-to-back senior nights as well with the boys basketball team's senior night tomorrow. There's a Cornell three that's no good. Her first missed shot. The Knights have 3 timeouts remaining. There's a three that's going to fall. Beautiful shot there for Alicia Middlebrooks. 5 points for her. Williams driving. Oh, she just lost it there. Had a good look, though. 13-point differential. Pass it inside, and nice move to the hoop, and that's going to fall for Lyric Johnson. So now back-to-back Redmond buckets to stretch this thing out to a 15-point game. We're on a 7-0 run after the Knights' 4-0 run. There's a long two for Cornell that's no good. Back the other way. Down 4, there's a wide open three, and that's no good off the front iron by Kupcha, and back to Otsego. Halfway mark of the second quarter.
Otsego's been playing a lot of this game with 3 freshmen on the floor at the same time. I believe 4 or 5 have played considerable minutes, and it's starting to show a little bit experience and strength of Fostoria, kind of catching up a little bit with the lack of experience of the Knights, but we're holding our own.
I feel like this was almost the perfect time for Coach Stickle to take over this program because there's just so many underclassmen.
Yep, and he's doing it the right way. He's building the program, and like I said, I think the girls have bought in. I think they're enjoying their experience with him, and I think we're going to see some real good things in the future.
That one falls for Poole. 4 points. Every coach starts somewhere.
That's exactly right.
Spin around to the hoop, and now a whistle and a foul at the 2:54 mark.
Yeah, I'm really impressed the way Liv Williams is playing tonight. She's doing the little things. She's getting the ball to where it needs to go. And again, Fostoria's not helping on her, and they're having trouble keeping her from getting to the basket.
She's at the line right now to shoot for 2 as Jones picked up her second personal foul. No good on the first shot. Williams went 1 of 2 her first time at the line as Lorenz and Villarreal enter the game for Cornell and Brokamp. Awaiting shot number 2. Up and no good, so 0 for 2 trip there. There's also kind of a noticeable height difference on the floor for Fostoria.
Yes, agreed.
That one up and no good. Now, we were not, as there's a whistle and a foul, we weren't given a roster that had Fostoria's heights on it, so we couldn't tell you their exact numbers.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Middlebrooks girl is at least 6 foot, maybe 6'1", 6'2". But yeah, you can tell most of them are upperclassmen. They just have that physical build to them that they've been around a while.
Experience very important. 8 of their 11 players on the varsity squad are seniors as we get a quick timeout called for Coach Andrew Cantrell. First timeout called by the Redmen. 2:25 to go in the second quarter, 24-7. We'll be right back. Out of the timeout, we welcome you back to the castle. This is day 1 of 3 consecutive days of Otsego TV, with the boys team playing Eastwood tomorrow and then Delta on Saturday. That one falls off the glass as well. Not too often you see a 3-ball fall off the glass like that. .20 differential. Lair, spin move to the hoop. She goes no good in that one.
That was a nice set that Otsego ran right there. They set a little screen for their post, got it to her right where they wanted to, right on the block. Now we just got to convert that.
Loose ball there. That was Lorenz who wound up with it. Somehow she didn't go out of bounds, though. Good on her. That's loose again, but Lair got it back. Moving out. Williams falls down, somehow got the pass off, and then no good for Villarreal. That was an impressive move by her.
Mm-hmm.
Other side of the floor, and that's going to fall in, and then the officials are going to stop it. On that tumble, Liv Williams very slow to get up, and as a result, it was a 5-on-4. Now, officials are told don't stop a game for an injury unless there's a lull in play, basically.
Yep, that's correct. Looks like Fostoria is going to take their full court pressure off and give us a chance to run some sets here.
60 seconds to go in the half. Moving it over. Lampy. Now to Villarreal.
Fostoria staying in that 2-3 zone, but they just keep getting wider and wider and wider. That's why there's some gaps there for us to penetrate. 35 seconds and counting. That's going to be cut off and taken away, and then taken right back by Lampy. Get ahead to Lair, 2-on-2 for the moment. Lair goes to the hoop and has it blocked away. Out of bounds at 24.3 seconds. And, you know, Fostoria just getting back so quickly.
There's the inbound to Lorenz. Take the three. No good off the side of the backboard. And then out of bounds. That was Lorenz's first shot of the game. Let's see if the Redmen try and make this the final possession of the half. They'll take a three. That's no good. The offensive rebound's made no good again. So a pair of missed shots. Now at 3 seconds, Lampy sets and takes one from the logo. That's no good. And that will bring us to the end of quarter number 2 with a score 29-7 in favor of Fostoria. And what do you think the messaging is for Coach Stickle during this 10-minute intermission?
Well, I think, again, we'll go back to, hey, let's get back to our game plan. I think they're doing a lot of good things offensively. They're just not converting. And then at the defensive end, they just got to not give them second and third shots, which is happening over and over and over again. But all in all, it's a solid half for them. It's tough to be competitive scoring 7 points in a half. So they're going to have to find a way to convert and, again, keep them off the glass.
We'll be right back to Otsego TV. Caden Knapp, Scott Bernthistle. You can email me anytime at 25knap@OtsegoKnights.org with any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back in 9 minutes. Welcome back to Otsego TV and the start of half number 2. Caden Knapp, Scott Burnthistell. Here in Otsego, it's 29-7 heading into the start of the third quarter. This is my final Otsego girls basketball broadcast before I graduate.
Yeah, Caden and I were just talking at halftime. We got to find somebody to fill in his shoes, and they're going to be huge shoes to fill. He's done such a great job over the past several years. So hopefully we can get somebody. If anybody's out there listening that knows somebody that wants to take over, a student at Otsego High School, tell them to come and see me, and I'll hook them up with Caden.
Yes. Don't worry, I don't bite either. So there's a traveling violation. The Knights in the first half only got 17 shots off. They went 3 of 17, which is 17.6%. I know a lot of 17s in that sentence. And then you have the Redmen, who went 12 of 23, which is good for 52.1%. So a big disparity there.
Yep, and that's why the score is the way it is. Numbers don't lie sometimes. I think a big message for Otsego here is just to get better at the things we do and don't worry about the score.
That one goes in. They will have a tournament game upcoming. That will be away.
And I believe they play Genoa.
Yes, they have. That's their last regular season game of the season.
And then I think, do they turn around and play Genoa again in the tournament then?
I don't think it's been announced yet.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge, at least. I think the 11th is when they announce who everyone gets in the tournament. As there's a whistle foul. For the boys team, though, they should be hosting.
Yes.
Almost certainly.
In fact, the boys' draw is this Sunday, and we definitely will be hosting. We'll probably, It sounds like we'll probably be taking a first-round bye and play 2 weeks from tonight.
Nice. So no game on the 18th then?
Probably not, unless we decide to play that first round.
Waiting shot number 2 for Lampy now. That's good, so good trip for her, but we'll be there broadcasting I'll be broadcasting the game on the 20th then. As there's a 2 that's no good. Three for Cornell, no good off the back iron. So back the other way. And then no good again.
Another good shot by Liv Williams. She just can't get that to fall.
Nice takeaway there by Lair. It's hard to believe that it is almost tournament season, though.
Yep.
This season's really flown by.
It flies by. It flies by.
Here's a 3 up and no good for Williams, but she does get her own rebounds. And no good. But another offensive rebound, no good again.
3 good attempts for Liv Williams. Just can't get it to fall.
And then a jump ball to Fostoria. It goes 6:12 to go in the third quarter, 31-9.
Yeah, it's good to see Otsego's not backing down. They're staying in that 2-2-1 press. And again, I think their message just at halftime was, hey, let's get better at what we do.
Whistle and a foul. This will be trip number 5 to the line for Fostoria today. And it's Coopshaw's first, though. First shot is up and good for the senior. Now waiting shot number 2. Good. So 2 for 2 trip. Now Williams take a 3. That's no good off the back iron. An offensive rebound made by Euler. Drive to the hoop. That's blocked away. Back the other way. Now, I don't know if you remember this as that short, no good, and out of bounds, but I don't know if you remember this, but You're the one who suggested hello sports fans to me.
Yeah, I do that a lot of times. I'll walk into class and I'll say, "Good morning, sports fans," or "Good afternoon, sports fans." That's my little bit of announcing desire that I have coming out in me.
Yeah, when I was in, I think it was 8th grade, you were like, you should start every broadcast as a whistle and a foul, count the basket. You should start every broadcast with something like hello sports fans.
Yes.
Then I'd walk by and you'd be like, hello sports fans.
Yep. Got to have your signature tagline. That could be yours. And we'll just hope you remember me when you're rich and famous on ESPN someday.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
Okay.
I have a very good memory, so that's no good. Here go the Knights.
Good penetration, good kick out right there.
You also got me on record saying that I won't forget you.
I have it. My memory's not quite as good as yours, but I will remember that.
You were set to inbound it. She'll get it in. Triple team there. Somehow they got it out of there, and Cornell no good.
Getting a lot of good-looking threes. They just got to get something to fall.
Now, as a coach, you kind of get an inside look at the seniors and like how their emotions are on special nights, especially like senior night. So what do you think is really going through Savannah and Sam's heads right now?
I think once the ball goes up and you're playing basketball, you just do what you do. But it's that pregame stuff and everything, you're thinking, oh, this could be the last time I ever play on this floor. And what a great – hopefully they're thinking what a great experience it was. And then, like I said, once the ball goes up for the tip, it's time to play basketball.
That's up and good. Now, we do have a timeout by Fostoria. When you did coach the varsity girls team, back when I started broadcasting in 7th grade, I believe that was your last year then.
Yep, 2020 was my last year with the girls.
Yes. So, did you do anything special before a broadcast, or not a broadcast, a game for the seniors?
Well, a lot of times the underclassmen would do a really good job of kind of organizing some things and giving them different – throughout the day they'd give them different things, and, we'd always make sure it was a special night for them, that they were recognized for their contributions to the program and wanted them to feel special pre-game. And then, like I said, once the tip went up, we tried to get them refocused and let's just go play basketball.
I know they are also hosting a team banquet after the game is over.
Yep.
As the buzzer rings. I still can't believe senior night is tomorrow for the boys team. I'll be walking the floor for that as well.
Yep, I believe we have 3. I know we have 3 senior boys, Caden, and then I believe they're going to recognize the pep band as well.
Yes. And the wrestling team. So a lot of people. Moving out to Williams.
Yep, I'm sure it's going to be a big crowd here tomorrow night.
Yes.
As Eastwood comes in, and they always bring a real good crowd too, and they got a really strong team, so we'll have to be playing our best tomorrow night.
Yeah, I heard about the Stroh Center game and how cool that was.
Yep, that was a really cool experience, and I know Caden was out broadcasting in Texas or something. Oxford, down in Miami. He was down in Miami,
yes.
Ohio, broadcasting. He's a busy guy.
Yes.
But BG has found his talents, and I'm on to the next year to college, and somebody else will find his talents, I'm sure.
Thank you. I know quite a few people that did go to that Stroh Center game, as that's knocked away out of bounds.
And if you didn't know, Caden has started announcing some of the BGSU women's games and a few men's too, or just women's?
Just women's.
Just the women's game. So you can catch him on
WBGU 88.1 FM.
There you go. We'll put a little plug in there. I don't know if he's mentioned that before, but if he hasn't, now you know. And I'm sure he does as good a job there as he does here.
Well, thank you. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a timeout called on the floor.
And we're just talking about where he wants to go to college next year, and he definitely wants to continue what he's started here. Broadcast journalism, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yep, and he's narrowing it down, right? What are the schools you're talking about?
I was looking at USC, Maryland, and Wisconsin. All have very good broadcasting programs in the Big Ten as well.
Yep. Look at that, Big Ten. We'll be able to continue to listen to him.
Yes. So crazy to think that 6 years has gone by so quickly.
Yes, and it just keeps going quicker, Ken.
Yes.
Let me tell you, it just keeps going quicker.
Now, my question to you is, what coaching job here at Otsego have you not held?
I have never coached softball here, but I did coach softball when I taught. My first teaching job was down in Florida. I did coach softball down there. I've never coached baseball, although I did play baseball in high school. Oh, there's a lot of things I haven't done. I haven't coached cross country.
Really? I thought you did.
Nope, not cross country. I've coached track.
Oh, there you go. I got
Yep,
the two
track,
mixed up.
but not cross country.
As Ayers puts that one in. I was thinking, I was like, there's just so much you've coached and so much you've done here in your years.
I tell people it's kind of an addiction of coaching, and I could have a lot worse addiction. So I just really enjoy being around the kids and watching them improve, day to day, not just year to year, but day to day they improve, and watching them compete and have fun.
And it gives you a whole new perspective as well,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
There's a whistle and a foul. Was Williams the guilty party of her first personal foul? Nice that they had the pep band in attendance today for senior night.
Yep, as always, Otsego always brings a really nice pep band.
A whistle, foul, count the basket. That's Holman getting into the scoring column. The senior. First shot and only shot up and no good, but offensive rebound made after missed free throw. There's a shot up and no good from the far wing, and Lair winds up with the basketball. 2 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Another good-looking three. Oh.
No good there. To the hoop, no good for Holman. The offensive rebound, Westall foul, and count the basket. The Knights have scored 4 points this quarter to Fostoria's, doing quick math right now, 14. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us at 25knap@otsegoknights.org, even if it's like a question for me or Coach Byrne-Thistle. We'll be happy to answer it on air, as that is up and no good. Turn it into like an interview. Ayers with the basketball, moving it out. Lob it underneath. Lampy has that blocked away. And here go the Redmen once again, under 2 minutes to go in third. Now you'll be coaching obviously tomorrow against Eastwood, and then Mr. Brandon Flora will rejoin me in the booth for the Eastwood triple header and then the Delta double header.
Yep, be a busy weekend.
Yes.
For Caden and for the basketball players. So looking forward to a good weekend of basketball.
No place I'd rather be.
All right.
If that one goes in. Up and good on the second one. Now, last year, the Knights obviously played Fostoria. They're in the same league, so they play each other every single year. That game, we had Chase Bachman of WTOL interview Ronnie and myself, and then, of course, our former athletic director, Mr. Justin Slaughterbeck. Hard to believe that was a year ago that was done.
No, I forgot about old Ronnie. I wonder how Ronnie's doing these days.
I do, too, if he's listening. Shoot us an email. Let us know.
Yeah, if you're listening, Ronnie, let us know.
Ayers to the hoop. No good off the front iron.
Another nice, strong move. They got it inside of the post. Nice, strong move by Anna. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Ella Hartman getting ready to check into the game as that shot's no good.
Good pass.
No good on the shot, though, and then a fight for the basketball. Somehow, Fostoria got it back with Johnson. .50 seconds to go in quarter number 3. There's a long two that's no good. Back the other way. Fast break opportunity, and just out of the reach of Sam Lair, and out of bounds that one goes. With that, Hartman will enter the game for Ayers. Hartman, a sophomore, Ayers, a freshman. Clock continues ticking away, now down to 37 seconds. One more Fostoria basket, and running clock it is, as that's no good. And then out of bounds. And now Lorenzo's going to dribble over. 15 seconds. Clock is running down. Lampy with it. Back over. That pass is intercepted. Other side of the floor. Here goes Johnson. Nice move to the hoop, and no good on her layup, though. Lorenz the rebound, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter with the score 45-11 in favor of the Redmond. Caden Knapp, Scott Bernthis. We're going to step aside and come right back to Otsego TV. You know you can email me anytime at 25knapp at OtsegoKnights.org with any questions, comments, or concerns. And please hit the thumbs up button if you are enjoying this broadcast. Welcome back to the start of quarter number 4 here in the Castle. In the first quarter, the Knights scored 3, the Redmen scored 13. In the second, they scored 4 to the Redmen 16, and then it's like deja vu. In the third quarter, the Knights scored 4 and the Redmen scored 16, so matched it in the second and third. Now, we did get an email during the break from Brandon Fitch, and it's directed at you, Coach Berthistle. He says, hey, you haven't coached cross country? Well, there's an assistant coach opening this fall.
Oh, funny. He probably thinks I owe him one because he was my assistant JV coach for a number of years when we had some really nice teams. So, but I'm going to have to tell him I'll pass.
You already have a lot of commitments there.
That's right.
Has to be a quick foul. We have not gotten to the 35-point threshold for running clock. How does it feel to be behind the microphone now?
Oh, it's enjoyable. You do such a great job, Caden. It's easy. It's easy sitting over here. So if you ever ask you to jump on the radio with him, feel free because he makes you comfortable. It's easy peasy.
And I get it all ready for you as well.
That's right. All you got to do is show up and act like you know what you're talking about.
Lair now has 4 points today. There's a whistle. $7:43 to go in this one. And we'll see how aggressive Fostoria wants to be, as there's a three that's no good. Loose it goes, and then a whistle and a jump ball. Now, as a coach, really on both ends, if you're blowing out a team or you're getting blown out, what is your strategy?
As a coach, you want to back off a little bit as a coach, but you don't want your players to back off. You want them to play basketball the way they're taught every day, and again, not worry about the score, just play that. But as a coach, you can kind of back off the press a little bit if you need to. You can do some other things if you want to. And again, like his message probably was at halftime was to just don't worry about the score. Let's get better at what we do.
And keep building towards your ultimate goal.
Yes.
That's no good off the back iron. And then a whistle and a foul. We are at a running clock now because Fostoria made it a 35-point game, and then, yes, the Knights made the basket, but they have to get it down under 30 to stop the clock. So it'll be ticking away from this one.
Yep, this quarter's going to go really quick right now, unless Otsego can find an answer and get 4 quick points.
Yes. There's a whistle and a foul. It is foul number 4, though, by Jones. So a bit of foul trouble for her. Up and good is Lair on her first free throw. Waiting shot number 2, up and short, no good. Back the other way it goes. Back and forth passing, there's now a 3, that's no good. It's Coopshaw, the shot taker. Excuse me, that was actually Titus. I thought I saw a 3 there, not 2. As that 3 falls. That's Lauren Mueller entering the scoring column. She got a loud ovation. Whistle, now a foul. And that ends the running clock for now. Mueller, the guilty party, of her second foul.
Now, Caden, you might know the answer to this one, being doing this with Brandon Floro a few times. Does it at 30? Does it go back to running clock, or do you have to get back to 35 to go back to running clock after you get it back down? Do you know the answer to that one?
I actually don't. I hadn't thought of that.
I guess we'll see if she makes this one. We'll see. Must have to get it back to 35.
Yeah. He did teach me the rule with the 30 to 35 rule.
Yep.
But not what happens when you get it under that. As that's good. Second chance points. Now, I did learn the other day that the max capacity for this building, or this gym, I should say, is 1,650.
Is that what's posted on the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fire code for you. We were playing a little bit of a guessing game of how many people were going to be at the Lake Otsego game the other night, with it being the kindergarten national anthem and just the game itself being so big.
Did you ever get a count?
We did not get a count, unfortunately. But from the view test, we're thinking 1,400 people.
Yeah, I mean, I know that bleacher seats in here are like 12 or 1,350, just bleacher seats. And I know the capacity allows for when they used to hold graduation in here and they would put seats on the floor.
Okay.
So that's why the capacity is more than what the bleacher seats are. So that's probably a pretty good guesstimate that you had. Because it was full in here.
Yes, it was. A lot of people. Coach Flora and I did not move at all for the entirety of the broadcast. We're like, well, we're boxed in here, so.
Yep, and I think it's going to be a pretty full night tomorrow with senior night going on and Eastwood coming into town. Two really strong basketball programs going at each other.
Yes, I would agree. And you know when they're doing pre-sale tickets that
yes.
It's probably going to be pretty full.
Yep.
Especially the student section. Shot number 2 falls. Now, how big has that student section been for the boys team this year?
Oh, it's been awesome. It is really – I got to give a shout-out to Bodie Simon. He kind of leads that group, and there's a number of other people, but he kind of is the ringleader of it, and he really gets them going. And he played basketball for a couple years in our program, so it's good to see him supporting his classmates and his teammates. So he's really been doing a great job with it, and we got, I might be a little biased, but we got the best student section around.
Well, I think this year for sure, 100%. I mean, they've been traveling to all the away games,
yep.
and
it's kind of tradition. We've always had really strong student section. Back when I was coaching the girls, we had some really good student sections. In fact, it was that group. It was probably 2017, maybe 2016 when we were playing for a league championship, and they made the ESPN little booth there. And then it's kind of just tradition if not every year, every other year that shows up at big games, the ESPN little table, and they act like they're actually from ESPN, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they always have seniors behind the table.
Yes, yep.
In that front row. They did that for the Lake game.
Uh-huh.
I believe Thad Timko and Silas Robinson were the
that's
two.
who it was, right?
Yes. Now, my brother did tell me that Bodie was going to be honored tomorrow for senior night.
Oh, awesome. That's good to hear.
That's up and good. 55-19.
Otsego continues to play good, fundamentally sound basketball. Good job moving the ball around there.
As they do call a timeout after a Villarreal basket. Yeah, she gets into the scoring column. Good for her on senior night. Just a quick 30-second timeout for Coach Stickle. 2:24 to go. Now, this is the 7th year of the Otsego program, Otsego TV program, from my understanding. You were talking about how Ryan Dick used to do it for a year before they all graduated. They had a 9-person crew, which there was an article written about it through the Sentinel. It has since disappeared, which is unfortunate, but it was there, I promise. Yep. Then I came in with Reed Canterbury in my 7th grade year after those 9 people graduated. Now,
I know Ryan Dick went on to BGSU and their broadcasting program, and I know he was a sideline reporter for a while. I'm not real sure if he's still doing anything with that or not.
Last I heard, he is a producer for 13 ABC.
Oh, cool.
Because he found out he liked the producing side of it a little more.
Cool.
No good on that shot. And now whistling the foul. He was an arena announcer for the hockey team for a few years at BGSU as well.
Yep. Okay, yep. And I know he did that at football games and at basketball games too. I see him.
Yes. Also very involved with the print paper from what I've been told. Shot number 1 falls for Lair.
And their seniors are checking out.
Standing ovation for Villarreal. Shot 2 is good, and now Lair will check out of the game. What a game for her. 9 points.
Yeah, good solid game for the seniors.
Under a minute to play in the 4th. Very quick moving game. It's like it's batted out of bounds. That was Ayers who got a hand on it.
Yep, and we're back to running clock, so this last minute's going to tick away pretty quick.
Now this 5 on the floor right now, potential starting 5 for next season.
Yep, absolutely. It looks like 1, 2, 3 freshmen, a junior out there now, and a sophomore, right?
Yep. It's Cornell, the lone junior there, will be a senior next year, of course. And then Lorenz, also a sophomore, so she'll be a junior next year. Ten seconds until this one's all said and done.
Yep, good things are to come in the future for this Otsego girls basketball program.
They roll out the clock, 55-23, the final score of this one. Here in the castle, it's Fostoria who wins their 5th consecutive game. And they're now 11-10 on the season, 7-7 in the Northern Buckeye Conference. The Knights drop to 4-18, 0-14 in the NBC. And well, how'd you enjoy the broadcast and being on air for the first time?
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, Caden. You do a great job, and I look forward to listening to you again in the future.
Yes. I'm glad that I was able to get you on air. We've been trying to find out a time to do it for the last few years, so
yep.
Great to get you on.
Like I said, my pleasure, Caden.
Yes. Well, it was a pleasure to have you. Go.
Right.
And then good luck tomorrow against Eastwood, and then Delta. I'll be joined by Brandon Flora once again tomorrow, and then Delta game, he'll be here for that double header. So,
yep, and the Delta game is a Saturday 11:30 JB start,
yes.
I believe. Yes.
Early one.
Yes.
So, once again, 55-23 the final from the castle. Last time Sam Lair and Savannah Villarreal play a game here, as it was senior night. Thank you all so much for tuning in. One last time, my name's Caden Knapp with Scott Bertha. So I'll be back tomorrow night for Eastwood and Otsego. Stay safe, everyone.